Welcome, listener, to Indie Spotlight, where we invite you to take a walk on the spooky side. I am your GM, Sizer. You step into the ruins of an ancient root cellar, a cold fog nipping at your ankles. You spy something moving through the mists, one moment a human figure, the next a beast. Is this phenomenon benign or horrific? Giving you no time to ponder its nature, it leaps from the fog to reveal the Indie Spotlight Lightning Round. Guest, what's your name?
Hello, I'm Anya, my pronouns are she, her, and I am Lionne Publishing.
Thank you. Where do you live, Queen?
So I'm American, but I live in Germany.
Cool. What kind of creative are you, Anya?
What kind of creative? One who loves shared storytelling.
Cool. And what is your project that we're talking about today?
We're going to be talking about Beyond the Lighthouse, which is a Candela Obscura supplement, unofficial.
All right. Just in time for spooky season to start. We're recording this on just at the end of September here. So welcome to Indie Spotlight, Anya.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about Beyond the Lighthouse. What exactly is it?
Yeah, so Beyond the Lighthouse is an idea that I've had from running. I'm a professional game master, so running a Candela Obscura campaign for the past year and a half with an incredible table who's obsessed with world building and lore and storytelling. And so one of my, before we get into the backstory of where it came from, basically our thought was that, because this is with my table, our thought was, what if people want to play outside of the country of Hale, outside of the city of New Fair? This is not the only country in the world. How did other countries get affected by the shiver, if they did at all, which is like this cold snap that happened very recently? How did they get affected by the Great Cataclysm, if they did at all? How are they connected to magic, or have they never experienced it before now? Things like that. So we were thinking about all of these questions, and then also, what if people want to play something other than Candela Obscura? Because there are all these other factions that are set in the world, but you can't play them.
Yeah, indeed. That makes you curious. You know, as someone who likes a lot of exploration in whatever kind of game I'm playing, whether it's a video game or a ttrpg, that really appeals to me. You know, just the idea that you can get out of the base setting and move around a little bit in the world is pretty cool. So, how big is the team working on Beyond the Lighthouse, and what is your role on that team?
So I'm the project lead. I am running everything. And there are, well, if we include our, I can do words, sensitivity reader. There we go. I got there. If we include our sensitivity reader, we have 21 people.
Okay. That is a good sized team for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And you even have a musician too. And if you the some of the music that you would have heard playing at the beginning of this episode would have been from that person.
Yeah, Jolene Kaur. She is an award-winning composer.
Oh,
She
cool.
did the theme for High Rollers and won the Crit Award last year. She's incredible.
Cool. So look, yeah, that is very awesome, and it's great that you have such a big diverse team to work on this sort of big diverse project. You know.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
so how did Beyond the Lighthouse come about? Like, were you just talking with folks and you thought maybe we should just do this, or what was the thought process there?
Well, I had been thinking about it for a while, talking about my Pro GM table, because two of my players, so one of them created a character from the country known as Otherwhere in the world of Candela, which is the people that they fought in the last Great War
Yeah.
against. But we have always said no country would call themselves Otherwhere. It's just not what they would say. And so Lilith had the idea of it being Ravensisle and pulling on kind of Germanic and Scandinavian kind of lore and history, architecture, all of that. And she's also really big into aviation. And so the kind of core of Ravensisle kind of scoped out from that. And then one of my other players, Dorian, is like the biggest folk horror nut and historian. Like they know so much about this specific time period. And one of the other players is a writer. One of the other players is really like super organized. That's Blanca. And so with all of them, we were playing for like a year, and then I just said, hey, table, would you want to work on a book together?
Hey.
And that's where it grew from, was just like, these are incredible people that I get to play with every other week, and I wanted to work on a project with them.
Very cool. That sounds like a great working environment for you, a great opportunity to showcase your friends and your players' creativity. So, that's a great opportunity for all of you, especially because we'll talk about it later, but you've already published a few Candela Obscura adventures.
Yep.
Yeah. But let's get into the project itself. So I noticed, first of all, that you've made a lot of new player options for Candela Obscura members and for other factions. Can you tell us a bit about those?
Yeah, so in Candela, you can only play as a circle of Candela Obscura. They're called circles. And so that's fun. Love it. But also, again, there's so many other options out there. There's Eons, which is the Exoteric Order of New Sciences, the Red Hand, and there's so many things that you could play that you don't really get those angles in the core rulebook. And so we've created entire like factions for each of those, so playable characters. The base level roles, so like the face, the weird, things like that, those are staying the same from the core book. But then the specialties are unique for each of the factions. So we've only done one specialty per category. So there's 5 roles per faction. So we have all different kinds of like the scientists for for Eons. We have double agents. We have all different kinds of things. I would need to look at the full list. But then also we have factions that are unique to the 3 different countries that we have in the book as well. So the Ardent from the Kingdom of Cien is only found in Cien, whereas Eons and Red Hand and Candela Obscura can be anywhere in the world.
Okay. And we've mentioned you've thrown out a few locations that we're going to, like Cien, and was it Robbins something?
Ravensisle.
Ravensisle. Please tell us a little bit about those if you could.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've already talked a little bit about Ravensisle. So that one is to the north of Hale, beyond the Brattleborn Mountains. It's connected by like this very thin strip of land through the mountains that's impossible to get through. So it's all like sea travel and air travel and things like that. The Kingdom of Cien is, I would say that for Ravensisle, it's the closest in similarity to Hale, just because they are connected and then also, of course, fought against each other in the war. But with Ravensisle, the war, it's only been over for 3 years. You don't demilitarize that quickly. And so it takes more time. There's still the presence of the military and things like that. So you have you have aviation and all of these things that are really important to the country and to the people, like who they are as people. So that's Ravensisle. Then the Kingdom of Cien is an interesting one. It is basically fantasy Australia. So it's a 70-day journey from New Fair, from Hale to get there by boat. And where they're kind of a collectivist society is the way to think about it, because if one person isn't doing well, we buoy them up, that kind of idea.
Yeah.
And so, because of that, they also are very in tune with nature. So there's no pollution whatsoever in Cien. They also, I don't remember the name of it, but they also are very into the sciences and making discoveries and things. And so they have created the in-world hearing aid. So if you look at the
Oh, cool.
cover, you'll see the person on the far right in the red outfit who's red hand, and they are wearing one of those earpieces that's a little bit decorative. It has like a beta fish vibe to it, but it is very specifically a hearing aid.
And
In-world name, I'm forgetting the name of though.
and we'll probably be using that as the thumbnail for this, so
Hmm.
check it out. And of course, we'll get into the other places you can check out Beyond the Lighthouse a little later
Hmm.
on. So, no, that sounds cool. It sounds like a place I'd want to live, to be honest.
Yeah.
Though,
But also, because it's Fantasy Australia, all of the animals there are kind of horrifying and terrifying.
gotcha.
There are things that lure you to your death very easily.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, the
And
things that already
yeah,
exist in Australia, like the huntsman spiders, are bad enough.
yeah.
Do they have actual drop
But
bears? I don't know.
that I haven't looked at the bestiary yet. So
Gotcha.
one of the
Okay.
nice things about being the project lead and being able to split up the workload is that I'm not doing everything, which is new to me.
Yeah. All right. Do you know about the drop bears tourism scare thing?
I
Okay.
don't. I
Drop bear
don't.
drop bears are okay, this is a thing that they'll tell to tourists that come to Australia. They're like
Okay.
supposedly carnivorous koalas that fall on you from above.
What?
Yes, this is
Okay.
what they tell tourists. I mean, they obviously they don't
Okay.
actually exist, but
Mm-hmm. Oh, and
pardon me,
to
folks. I'm
talk
getting
about
over
the
local.
third,
Yeah.
yeah, to talk about the third country, we haven't gotten a name for it yet, but it is essentially a slightly an alternate universe. Ghana is what
Hmm.
Lola, the writer, is focusing on, and so it is a country that is far separated from everything else. And in the Great Cataclysm, two things happened to them. First, a giant rift formed in the sky, which
Hmm.
is connected to, there's something called the Vast Chasm outside of New Fair, which is a split in the sea. And
Yeah.
I can send you an image for that. But essentially, that water, the water level never goes down.
Oh.
Where does it go? It goes to the sky above this other
Oh.
country. And so there is just this split in the sky that is torrent of salt water continuously. So that happened. And at the same time, a mountain range burst up from the middle of the country that essentially protected half of the country from getting
Hmm.
drowned out by this flood of salt water.
Okay.
And so they have this kind of reverence to the mountains because of that, because they protected those who survived the Great Cataclysm from being drowned by this saltwater waterfall.
That's very cool. And I
Yeah.
can see why that would be. No
Hmm.
relevance to current day issues at all.
Yeah.
um, but I'm really liking what I'm hearing about all these the interesting countries. Now, the one I got to read
Hmm.
about was Cien. All right,
Hmm.
so I wanted to talk about that a little bit. And so the thing about Cien is they do seem a little bit insular, and they do not like
Yeah.
Candela Obscura members. So if you go there as a
No.
Candela Obscura member, you can't operate openly. So why
Hmm.
don't they like the Candela members?
Yeah, so essentially, the way Candela Obscura goes about things is they want to contain and protect and stop
Mm,
the general populace of New Fair and beyond from realizing that magic exists and that bleed exists because terror and chaos. I don't know.
sure.
But in New Fair, they can do things like collaborate with the Office of Unexplained Phenomena, which is a part of the periphery, basically like the police force. So
Yep.
they're the magic cops, and the way the magic cops do things is they just brush it under the rug. They close things off, say it's a gas leak, and then they
Yep.
don't really take care of things properly. And then Candela comes in and fixes things. Which is fine, but Candela's idea of magic and bleed is the bad magic.
Right.
The idea for Candela is, oh no, all of this is bad. We must contain it. We need to take it away, lock it away, research it, whatever. And so then in CN, where they're in tune with nature and always wanting to calm things down, put the magic thing to sleep, that
Mhm.
kind of thing, that destroys the balance. And so Candela members can live and exist in CN, but they are much more kind of lone operator, like still a circle, but they are much more closed off and secretive about it.
Right. So it would be interesting to either play as them, doing
Hmm.
doing what they would normally do in CN, like
Yeah.
working a sort of in shadow, in secret to
Yeah.
contain. And they might even have this other faction that exists there working against them. I don't know, but
Yeah.
you made a faction called the Ardent for
Hmm.
CN. Can you tell us a little bit about them and what kind of different things they might be able to do?
Yeah, so the Ardent is very much the kind of like a cult almost. But they are I guess you would consider it like religion cops almost.
Mm-hmm.
And so they are just going out like anytime they hear about something upsetting the balance, they are going out to investigate and put things to, like I said, put things to rest and things like that.
Right, because they are like they're tied into like what's the Order of Light, which is the state religion,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
particularly to the Queen. They
Mm-hmm.
have
Yeah.
some kind of magical bond with the Queen of the
Yeah.
country too. I remember that. So,
Mm-hmm.
and when I was
Yeah,
reading
because
about it,
again with CN is all about the magic. They have charms and spells and things like that. That is very abnormal and wouldn't be seen in Hale or Robin's
yeah,
Isle.
very interesting different ways to look at a magic from the basic Candela Obscura
Hmm.
settings. So, uh, it sounds like you've got some interesting like sort of more international perspectives on the way that
Hmm.
magic works in this setting, and I really enjoy that. Um, so I know I'm sure there's a lot of mysteries to uncover in this expansion. Um,
Hmm.
but can you tell us like one or two cool things about Beyond the Lighthouse that maybe I wasn't able to uncover in my reading?
Mm. Yeah, well, there are going to be 20 modules in the book, which are
Cool.
split up between each of the countries. So there's five for each country, plus five that can be dropped into any country.
Mm.
Easy things like mountain encounters, like finding something in the ice, that kind of
Ooh.
thing, or it finds you. Uh, those are a little bit easier to put anywhere kind of thing because everywhere has that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, you haven't seen the maps by
True.
Fernando. They are incredible. We have Sienna's finished because Dorian did an amazing job of just like getting everything for Cien ready because they were
Cool.
just like, I need to make sure that everything is organized and on time
Cool.
because of that, we have this beautiful map of the Kingdom of Cien. We have the spot artwork by James Creative that is absolutely stunning. Just all different kinds of things that I'm just so excited about. But yeah, the group is extremely international. Like we have people from all over the world who are working on this project.
Oh, love to hear that.
Hmm.
Yeah, did you say it was Fernando Salvatierra that you're having do the map? Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
Yep.
gonna have him do our world map too for Skies of Fortune, so he's really
Nice.
good.
Yeah,
Um,
he is.
yeah, definitely. Check him out on Blue Sky, folks.
Hmm.
Um, all right, yeah, that is. You've given us a lot to look forward to with this expansion of Candela. We should say unofficial
Yeah,
expansion of Candela
unofficial.
Obscura. Yep. But there are this. I would say this is not the first Candle Obscura project that you have worked on. So what can
No,
you
it's
tell us
not.
about your other adventures that you've made for the setting?
I happen to have one of the books in reaching distance.
Cool.
So I wrote 5 modules for specifically for New Fair, and I bundled them into a book. It's called Mysteries in New Fair, and this is actually going to be available on the backer
Mm,
kit as an add-on as well.
cool.
And it has a very nice linen texture on the cover. I love it. Um, but yeah, so these are 5 modules that I wrote for the world of Candela Obscura. One of them is a copper bestseller, almost a silver bestseller.
Cool.
I think it's like 4 away from being a silver bestseller on Drive Through
Nice.
RPG. I'm so stoked. And then one of them, the Carnival of Dreams, was nominated for a Crit Award. So I'm a
Cool.
finalist for my writing.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All
But yeah,
right. Love to
I
hear it.
have all of the trigger warnings and things in here. All of the artwork that's in here is in the public domain. Just beautiful work. There's
Oh,
Carnival of
that is great.
Dreams. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you can find that on Drive Through RPG, folks. For
Yeah, the
Lionne
individual
Publishing
ones.
and the individual ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or in backer or you said as an add-on in backerkit
Yeah.
if you want to go that route. Cool.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
let's.
all of my, I will say all of my publications, all of my books are going to be available as add-ons for the Backer Kit project.
Mhm.
I am going to be just putting all of the money from that towards the project itself, and I'm just taking the actual cost to print out. So I want to make sure that this has as much support as it can.
Very cool. And if somebody
Mm.
wants to support it, when does the backer kit go live?
It goes live on October 1st.
Perfect time for a spooky season kind of book to go
Yeah.
live on backer kit. Gotcha. All right. Well, that is, folks, head out there right away. We will have the link in the description, of course. You'll be able to um, check out Beyond the Lighthouse and all of Anya's other Candle Obscura projects. So, is there anything else that you have in the pipeline that you feel comfortable sharing with us today?
That is basically it. But if you want to see any actual plays of the modules that are in the book,
Mm,
EUphoria is going to be doing a 2-part series on the 17th and 24th of October, set in the Bay, Ladune Bay, which is in Cien. So that is going to be on EUphoria AP. And then I don't remember what the channel is, but Wazatum is going to be GMing a one-shot in Robin's Isle. And that's going to be on October 5th.
cool. And we'll post a link to EUphoria's.
Hmm.
I've heard it said both ways.
Yeah, EUphoria.
EUphoria's was it be a Twitch channel, I suppose, in this particular case,
Hmm.
in the notes as well. So that's good. I didn't know
Yep.
about that. All right. So, Anya, what would you like to leave the listeners with today before we sign off?
Hmm. I wish that I had had something fun just ready to go here. I mean, just enjoy exploring the world of Candela Obscura. There's so much. There's so many different things to do, and it is the best, most collaborative table that I've ever had. I adore Candela Obscura, and I hope you will too.
All right, folks. So it's Beyond the Lighthouse. It will be on backerkit starting on October 1st. Check it out. This has been Anya from Lionne Publishing. I've been your host, Sizer. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you on the next one. Have a good one.
Bye.